Ganam Kaviviritam Kalmasapaham Sravanamangalam Srimadatatam Bhuvi Grinanti Je Vrida Janaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss showered upon the pain-stricken lives of suffering humanity. It dispels all the sins and misdeeds of life. It brings spiritual welfare in life. The spiritual beauty, prosperity and grace spreads through and through one who listens to your holy message. They are the real givers who preach and pronounce the nectar of your message to the suffering humanity. On peace, peace, peace. So, we are in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, page 937. It is Tuesday, January 5, 1886. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting on his bed and talking to him. No one else was in the room. It was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Master, if Shirod makes a pilgrimage to Gangasagar, then please buy a blanket for him. Yes, sir. Sri Ramakrishna was silent a few minutes. Then he continued, Master saying, well, can you tell me what is happening to these youngsters? Some are running off to Puri and some going to Gangasagar. All have renounced their homes. Look at Naren. When a man is seized with the spirit of intense renunciation, he regards the world as deep well and his relatives as a venomous cobras. Yes, sir, life in the world is full of suffering. Master, yes, it is the suffering of hell, and that from the very moment of birth. Do you see what a trouble one children and wife and others create? So, Sri Ramakrishna is talking about him, and there is no one, so it's a very private, intimate talk. And Sri Ramakrishna, when he talks intimately, he speaks uncompromising. And that's why Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, they are uncompromising people in spiritual realm. In our life, always we compromise, little of this, little of that, But Ramakrishna is not. Swami Vivekananda said, once he was speaking, and then one by one people are leaving. He is speaking in a great emotion, speaking about the highest thing of inner renunciation. Renunciation, what else is life, this is this. And too much renunciation, so all the audience, one by one, and Swami Vivekananda said, I have cleared the hall by speaking what is the ultimate truth. Our life is very compromising. It's sweet, little, we want to keep both sides balanced. Yeah, that is a beginning. That's nothing wrong. It is a beginning stage. We are deep into the one side and we turn into the other side. And during that swinging, goes on swinging.
Thakur said in one hand samsara, at one hand God.
But that should be integrated, that's the point. So that maturity brings that. That's why Sri Ramakrishna says that, well, can you tell me what is happening to these young people? Youngsters are coming to him, Naren, Rakhal, Baburam, and all other young people. And that's why he was waiting for them to come. But he's appreciating their attitude. They are coming, and how they are living. Some are running to Puri. and some are going to Ganga Sagar for a pilgrimage. So he's saying that they are not running for any other worldly pleasure and joy or any fun. Young people should go for that. But they are running out to holy places like Puri, Jagannath. He's going to the places of Ganga Sagar. That means Ganga Sagar is the place where confluence of the Bay of Bengal and the ocean. No? And there the ocean meets, the river meets the ocean. And people take a dip there and considered most auspicious. When not like luxurious dip into the water. When we are hot summer we can take a dip. But the dip is to be taken at the point when you are coldest of the day. Wind will be blowing, shivering, you will freeze to almost to collapse. That is the time hundreds and thousands of people will go from all over India to take a holy dip in that water. So that's called the Ganga Sagar. So Ramakrishna is asking, what has happened to these boys? Someone is running for Puri Jagannath, it's a holy place of pilgrimage. And man is running to this austere place of Ganga Sagar. And what has happened to them? All renounce their homes. They don't care to be in their home. Home, luxurious home is there. Their parents are, someone's rich, someone is moderate. But they have their own setting in the home for pleasurable life. But they're giving up pleasurable life and going for such austerities. And he's praising. Look at Noren. When a man, this is the point, when a man is seized with the spirit of intense renunciation, it's a blessed fortune for a person. When our heart is seized with anything, we do that thing, no? When someone's heart seizes with killing somebody, that idea comes. They find so many ways and means to go for any way to kill that person. Similarly, someone is seized with God, then what he will do? He will run for God only. He is helpless. So she is saying, these boys are seized with the spirit of renunciation. He regards the world as a deep well. That is the Noren is thinking now. The world is so much charming with flowers and fruits and sky and beautiful moon, sun, has so much attraction. For Noren, it is no attraction. It is like a spirit of intent, regards like a deep well. If you jump into the deep well, what will happen? You die. There is no way to come up. He is thinking this pleasurable world around is like a deep well. Renunciation. And his relatives, we like our relatives. Yesterday we were talking about our support system. We want to be with friends, with our known people, to have some support. But this Ramakrishna, Vivekananda is a young boy. He's thinking his relatives, which people are 90% of the people, 99% of the people are happy with staying with their relatives if they are friendly and enjoy their company, share their thoughts of life's pleasure and pain, etc. But here, the regards as a relative venomous cobra, as if they are going to put venom in their spirituality. Spiritual body will be poisoned by venomous cobra. So that type, it is called the renunciation. The tremendous power, and it forces everyone to be off from their home, off from their place. So he's saying that these boys a transformation is coming to them, and they're all running for something else, which other people are running the opposite direction. It is everyone going down the stream. Few are trying to swim up the stream. It's so difficult. You can go easily in the flow of the stream. Life is easier. But when you want to swim against the stream, that needs courage and power. And that's a renunciation, power of renunciation. People are running this way and they are going in the opposite way. And suppose that you know that's a great fortune. Anyone in any point of age, don't think young, old. When this attitude comes in the mind, and mind is really charged with this idea that there's nothing much enjoyable in the world. It is there, but it's so followed by so much of hidden agendas, hidden problems, suffering, pain. Apparently it is good on the surface, but you dive deep, it is so much painful. So he's saying that is a blessed moment for a man. That's why the King Bhartihari, have composed this 100 verses, couplets on Vairagya Satakam. 100 verses on Vairagya, renunciation. And he's praising Vairagyameva bhayam. Everything is haunted by fear. You have money, you have the fear of taxation, government taxation. Those days, kings were there, they will tax you. You have so much income, give this. No. That's why lawyers are there to help us to save money and pay the money to the lawyer. They can find some means so that you can escape some taxation. But that's not the way of escape. So, you have a health, good health, then there is rogo bhayam, the disease. Now you are okay, but you do not know in which way the disease enters. You like sweets, very good, eat, enjoy. Diabetes enters in another way. You take very fried food in best, McDonald's and cheese and march and like that full, good. But you see cholesterol goes up, no? So you cannot find that anything which is good, apparently, is ultimately bringing good. It is bringing fear of death, fear of sustenance. You have beauty. Every second you are fearful, it may lose. And for keeping the beauty, how much beauty industry is working, $1 billion business, no? Only to beautify. But who is holding on to the beauty? Beauty will, as age goes on, it has its own beauty. But people don't accept that beauty. They want fake beauty. And that takes away the whole energy. And too much torture of this face lift, chin lift, cheek lift, this, that, and tightening, and then again it becomes loose. That day I saw one lady. She did it for 10 years or so, but now she needs another lift, chin or cheek, something. I mean, don't you feel pain? But pain is nothing. But you feel that you will be beautiful, but there is a loss of beauty. So everything he has pointed out to everything in life, everything is haunted by some fear, a hidden agenda. It don't show up at the first, but it silently follows and catches the neck and kills that person's joy, peace, freedom, all this. So that's why M says, yes, this world he is thinking his own suffering because he was married, relationship with wife and the parents didn't go along. In most of the cases, it's an eternal problem for every country. In this country, that's why mother-in-law, father-in-law, they don't stay with the younger generation, they don't stay with mother-in-law, father-in-law. They want to be separate. At least this house versus that house. Why? But in early days, there is no option. The girl married, you'll have to come to the husband's house and then you get a grinding there. So that's why it is said that the sansar, this is apparently beautiful, apparently cheerful, joyful, but there is suffering. And then M is saying, yes, sir. Suffering. Ramakrishna says, suffering you are saying? Yes, it is suffering of hell, not ordinary suffering. Hell is suffering. And that from the very moment of birth, from the very point of birth, we are Swami Vivekananda's beautiful poem, Sakhar Prati, to a friend. You want to find peace here? The moment you are born, the world rejoiced when you cried, you know. A baby is born, if it does not cry, then it is dangerous. Probably the baby is dead or something. So they will make the baby cry, and when first cry comes out, and everyone rejoices, oh, baby has come and joined our party now, to crying party. Swami Vivekananda says, Heta Sukichhamatiman, you friend, you are buddhiman, intelligent, you want happiness here? When you were born and you cried, and that was the entry into this world, and you want free from suffering in this world? It's beautiful Swamiji's word. That in the Adhar, when it's deep dark, you are imagining that's a light. This world is deep dark, but we think, find joy, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Adhare alok anubhav. Rogi, in the health, you feel in health and disease. You are disease, but you are feeling that I am healthy. This health is so fragile, no? It breaks in a moment. Anyhow, so it is a hell, and that from the very moment of birth. That's why Buddha said, no? Janma, Jara, Mrityu, no? 6 stages of life, changes of life. Usti, Jayate, Bardhate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Mrityu. These are the 6 changes. It is happening all the time. You cannot get out of it. So, it is the suffering and suffering and suffering. Don't you see what a trouble, because M is suffering from this family problem. So Ramakrishna is talking to M. Don't you see yourself what is the suffering in life? M, yes sir, you yourself said, what you said? Now these youngsters have no relationship whatsoever with the world. They owe nothing to the world, nor do they expect anything from it. It is the sense of obligation that entangles a man in the world. That's also Sri Ramakrishna's statement. M is reminding, sir, you told about the youngsters, these young boys, their quality is what? They have no relationship with the world. Why? They don't feel that they owe anything. They owe anything to the world, nor do they expect anything from the world. Our whole suffering stands on one point, one pivot point. What makes us unhappy? I can blame you for my unhappiness, or the whole world, but all unhappiness stands on one pivot point. What is that? Only one point is that your expectation. If you are there sitting and I have some expectation that you will smile at me. You don't smile, it is your wish. If you don't smile, I am, He's not smiling at me. He has turned towards me. Your expectation. The world cannot trouble us unless we have some expectation. That's why freedom is the freedom of expectation. Who is perfectly free in the world? Who does not expect anything from anybody? That's why the aparigraha is a virtue, not to take anything from anyone, obligation. Someone gives you some gift, naturally, you may be a kind person, maybe everything, but there will be a faint idea of return, thanks, smile, recognition. I bring a bouquet of flower and you just throw away and go. What will happen? You brought it with love, but how he accepts or behaves, that is bothering you. That means when you are bringing, if you have brought it in a free mind, whether he throws away or he smiles, it matters little for me. I brought it from out of my own feeling, and that's all. I finished it here. But we are always prompted by our hidden agenda of desire and expectation. Bhagavat, Srimad Bhagavat, what we are reading, there it says, there asha hi paramam dukkham, nairashyam paramam sukham. Asha means expectation. It's the paramam dukkham. The highest dukkha, the suffering, is asha. You don't expect, you are free. If someone brings, you don't say, there is a story. I have not remembered this story for a long time now, it came up. So there was one great sadhu. So he was doing meditation, and one rich guy was going to the pilgrimage in the Himalayas, and he was very much well dressed, warm clothing and blanket and this and that. Because he's a rich man, he can afford to do that. But he saw this sadhu sitting on the side of the street road, or maybe a little on the path, no? And he was meditating and totally absorbed. And seeing that, oh my God, he has no clothing in his body, nothing, and I have so much. So he took away his warm blanket and wrapped around him and went away. But he left, giving it to the sadhu. And sadhu didn't open the eyes and check it how good or bad. When he feel little warmed, he said only this word, "Beta, aise hi karte raho." My child, go on doing like that. Meaning, it's becoming a blessing for that guy. Be sympathetic like that. Feel for the suffering of others. Be like that, and that will make you spiritual, no? After some time, another guy was passing by. He thought that, I see a naked fakir wearing such costly shawl. So his mind was to steal that. So he was from a distance throwing some stone. If he responds, or a dead body, who knows, if I want to take out and he may catch me. So he was throwing stone and to disturb him. But the sadhu is meditating in his own way. And then he came close and took away that blanket. The sadhu Baba did not open the eyes even, and the same way closing the eyes, felt that heat is gone. Beta aise hi karte raho. My child, go on doing like this. His word is only one. I don't expect anything for his side. For your benefit, you do this, and you go on disturbing others' property, taking others' peace, and take away their property and money and wealth. No? One is becoming a blessing, another is becoming a curse. Words are the same. And see the beauty of this sadhu. He never opened the eyes and said anything else. Thank you so much. Oh, what you have done, I am so good. I was so suffering. Say, God has sent you and bless you. God bless you. Take this offering of dhoop, what you call vibhuti and this and that. I bless you with that. He didn't go for that because he didn't expect anything. And when they take away, he didn't expect anything. Let it go. That's the person perfect knowledge. That's the person free in the life. We are all bound slaves of people's praise, people's pampering. And don't trust on people's praise. Today they will say good, tomorrow the same mouth will curse you. The same mouth blesses, the same mouth will curse when the interest, self-interest is hit. So that's why, what is the way of freedom then? Sri Ramakrishna's way is saying, don't expect. Do your things whatever to be done. And best is I am done for God. Finish. That's the other idea. But when you expect anything from anyone, you are bound to suffer. Any little expectation. Asha expectation. That means whenever it comes out of the sense of voidness, I am not full. I don't have full ability to support myself. I need someone's support to make me stand on my feet. No? So these are high philosophy is one thing. Vedanta, God, Brahman, Atman, not there, not this, not that, everything. But to come to the practical reality, the main point is that where is the shoe pinches? Where the shoe pinches? One can be in the temple and we can do big meditation. That's good, helpful. But watchful, one should be watchful. Your desire, your expectation is reducing. And what you expect? From whom? It is only one expectation. That does not fall within the limit of expectation. Expectation is God. Then you are safe in the same. But if you trust anything and you expect anything else, suffering is bound to follow. So this is Sri Ramakrishna. Said once, and aim is reminding to Sri Ramakrishna. Master said, don't you see how Niranjan is? His attitude towards the world is this. Here, take what is thine and give me what is mine. That is all. He has no further relationship with the world. There is nothing to pull him from behind. So he is praising the character of Niranjan, Niranjanananda Swami, who became Niranjanananda. His attitude towards is this, take what is thine. Here, take what is thine. O Lord, take away what is yours and give me what is mine. Mine means, mine is what is mine? You are my mine. God is my own. Or the Atman or the Brahman, what is the self? Give me that and take away the world. So that's why he is never pulled behind. Lust and gold alone is the world. It is the grossest manifestation in lust and gold. And all are different variation, different degrees of lust and gold. This expectation is also within lust and gold, but degree may be small or better. Don't you see that if you have money, you want to lay it by? M burst out laughing. Sri Ramakrishna also laughed. One thinks a great deal before taking money out. Both laughed. But once you said at Dakshineshwar that it is quite different if one is able to live in the world free from the three gunas. So Master is saying, M is saying that you also suggested that one can live in the world, others cannot live in the world, they are all total renunciation. But one can live in the world in a quite different if one is free from the three gunas. Of course, three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. Gita says, nistraiguna bhavarjuna. Oh Arjuna, go beyond the three gunas. The three gunas is this world. And our mind is rotating in that, the world of these gunas. Sattvika guna, rajasika guna, tamasika guna. Master said, yes, like a child. That means who can be? Only the child can be free from the gunas. They will be just telling, no, Ramakrishna said, a baby will say, a toy, you can say, hey, give me that toy. No, I won't give you. And he will not give you, and hold on. And next moment, you just say, with a just tries, she will throw away and give away. There is no attachment. It's not me and mine. But it's like a child. Appears to be attachment, and in next moment is detachment. That's why the example is given that in the lotus leaf, the drop of water. It is like a drop of water which, when you look at the lotus leaf, it holds it as if it is attached. But little wind comes and little shivering comes and it rolls down, falls away. No attachment. So that attachment free, like a child, they can live in the world. Sri Ramakrishna remained silent. M said, yes, sir, but it is extremely, exceedingly difficult. It requires tremendous power. Sri Ramakrishna remained silent. M, yesterday they went to Dakshineshwar to meditate. I had a dream. Master said, what do you dream? I dreamed that Narendra and some others had become sannasinis. They were sitting around a lighted fire. I too was there. They were smoking tobacco and blowing out puffs of smoke. I told them I could smell hemp. Wandering sadhus use the hemp smoking. So he dreamt this dream. M saw that Naren and others are all sitting together and they have become a monk and they are sitting around a lighted fire, dhuni. And M was also there and they are smoking hubble-bubble, not hubble-bubble, tobacco. Master, mental renunciation is the essential thing. That to makes one a sannyasi. See, here is a great statement. There a traditional Vedanta says, unless you take formal sannyas, there will be no liberation. According to orthodox school of monasticism, unless you take external sannyas, you cannot be free from internal renunciation. You cannot get the internal renunciation. But Sri Ramakrishna adds this, internal renunciation is the most important thing. Outside anyone can be renouncing, no? What is the difference between a monk, wandering monk, and a homeless person? Homeless person is forced under condition. He has no way. Had any opportunity comes, he will not be living that life that way. He had a house, he may have lost it. He had a car, he has lost it. He has some bank balance where his bank, something has happened. It is imposed renunciation. Renunciation can be imposed. The decadence of Buddhism. Buddha was such fire of renunciation. And then Buddhism, when it drowned into abyss of so immoral things, why? A lack of renunciation. So it is, renunciation is the key point there. And what renunciation? Internal renunciation. Why? External renunciation, even now you go, Buddhistic organization there, 5 years boy, 6 years boy, they are renouncing everything. And what they understand about renunciation? They do not know even to enjoy the life. And you have enjoyment, then you can renounce, no? You have no idea about enjoyment. I give up $1 billion, I can say. I give up $1 billion. I have no billion, I don't have any understanding about $1 billion. You have it, then you can give up. So internal renunciation is the prime thing. External will add to that and that will help you. But internal renunciation, householders can be. Ramakrishna said that, yes, everyone can realize God. It is internal renunciation, internal detachment. Externally, they may be living in the household life, with house, husband, wife, children. But internally, they are always dedicated to God and God consciousness. So that is the internal sannyas, detachment, no expectation, no giving, no taking. Whatever comes, take it as God's gift. So that is the way to, if the detachment comes inside, that is fundamental. In addition, when external renunciation comes, that helps. Because if your internal attitude will be substantiated by that external dress and external environment. Because wearing this dress, you cannot do nonsense. But without this dress, with pant and shirt, you can go anywhere and you can do whatever you like. Who will understand what you are? There is a scope. But when you wear this, it always, hey, what are you doing? You have taken this vow. You have taken this oath. Huh? You should be truthful. You should be honest. You should be... All restriction comes. That's why it is helpful. But those who only take this outside and not internally, then it's a miserable life, a Buddhistic organization's result. They have the sannyasa outside, but they are mentally not prepared for that renunciation. Naturally, internal desire is hunting there, and externally they are feeling helpless. So this is another serious issue for renunciation issue. Rather, normal life is very good, to go through the experience of life and gradually go towards God. Renunciation, natural renunciation happens. And those who have good karmas of previous lives, all we are monks, does not mean all will be realizing God. There is a true, it is a statement, Jad harevo prabhajet, birajet, tad harevo prabhajet. As soon as biraj means beyond the rajas or the dust and dirt of negativity or worldliness. When as the moment you have that, just you go take a life of renunciation and prabhaja, and wandering, take the life of wandering monk. These are very inspirational, but at the same time, emphasis should be given to grow internally. Internal detachment, internal expectation when it goes, gradually become a divine person. Who is the happiest person? Who does not want anything? I don't want anything, so what is the point of my feeling bad about something? If you want it, then is the question. So this is called renunciation, true meaning of renunciation. That internally we should be getting every day ready to no expectation. My expectation is God and no other expectation. All expectations are below that. So that takes long time, spiritual practice. All this what we are doing, reading the books, doing selfless work, meditation, prayer, whatever we are doing, all are only to mature in this understanding that we don't want anything else but God. Master, mental renunciation is the essential thing, and that too makes one a sannyasi. Outside sannyas may not be, but who are gradually developing that in renunciation in the mind, detachment in the mind, or non-expectation of the world and worldliness, that person is a sannyasi. Sri Ramakrishna kept silent a few minutes and then went on. Master said again, but one must set the fire to one's desire. Then alone can one succeed. Success comes, one will have to put fire into one's desire. How can it be done? This how to put the fire in the desire. I desire so many things. Rabindranath Tagore says, Ami bohu bashanare, taito, pran pone chai, kripa kore tumi bachale nath. Bonchito kore. Rabindranath Tagore says, Ami bohu bashanare pran pone chai. I frantically want this and that and this and that and that. But, oh Lord, you are very gracious. You deprived me from many of them and saved me that way. Bachalenath. Because so much is mind wants this and that and never satisfying. when you get frustrated, that is a blessing that you didn't give me, because that entanglement would have taken another life. One desire can take one life. Any small desire, say King Bharat, we are reading the Bhagavat. Bharat thought of the very innocent, he is a saintly person. He was a king, he renounced everything and became a recluse, went into the forest, living on the fruits and roots, and no connection with family, friend, relative, wife, children, kingdom, nothing. But he was pure soul. But pure soul also fall in love with one deer. And that too out of compassion. The children, baby deer, mom has passed away. How many deers are in the forest? You are so compassionate for this particular deer. See, mind plays trick, even for a wise person. That is the way to go down. And then only one desire, and love that, and love that. And everyone, we read that book, no? She was sitting and meditating. He's meditating and getting disturbed. As we say, if I have something to do, I'm meditating and looking who is coming in the door, because I'm expecting someone to come. See, my meditation is being disturbed in watching the anytime door opens, my attention goes that way. So Bharat, the deer, that baby deer, is he being chased by some other predators or something? Oh, let me go. Out of meditation, went to search for the deer. Huh? Nowadays you have some tag, you can put the tag and you can see wherever he goes. In your phone app you can find out where is he. But in those days there's no app and there is nothing. So it happens in our one of our center. The dog goes here and there, and the tag is here, and they shout, "Hi, come, where are you?" And then he's maybe half a mile away in some place roaming around, and then shouting, calling, and then he said, "Oh, he can see the map. Oh, he's there." And then leave other work, and then go walk, and find, "Hey, come." So this is good. This is realistic life, no? I'm not telling anything, preparing in my mind. This is a realistic life. What is happening? That person's attention is diverted, digressed, separated, which probably he could have utilized in a different way. Don't talk. I will be criticized if some say that animals, I'm talking about animally. No, that's not my point. But you love one animal, why not love the whole world of animal? That is not in our point. I love one, that's my pet dog, that's my pet cat. About other dogs, other cat, okay. So the animal lovers may not like this analysis, but the question is that no, it is not for that. And think about that. This Bharata was meditating on God and he was very highly accomplished. But his time, he was meditating say maybe 5-7 hours. Time is getting divided. Little slot from here, where is that? And then go and search something. Oh, he has not eaten anything. Feed something. Bring some grass. No? Ek kopin ke vaste. Lagao. One item after another item. And then that continued. And ultimately, his time meditation period becomes so little to take care of the deer. Huh? And then last breathing time, he thought of the deer. And that entire life next to experience that life of dear life. That's one desire. What I'm just analyzing this way. One desire can take this much. So, Bahu Vasana, I have infinite number of desire. So how many lifetime it will take? That's why Hindus calculate. They 840 million. No? They have calculated very simple thing. 840 million times I have been born, you have been born, before getting to this body. Human body. Huh? 8.4. আচ্ছা আমি 840 বলছি 8.4. Okay. $84 crores. Anyway, so it's called 84 crores of life. 84 লক্ষ. 8.4. 84 লক্ষ. So 84 লক্ষ lakhs. 100,000. 84, 100,000. So many times you are born, Baba, in cat body, dog body, and in the animal body. Endless. Huh? What not? Yeah, all different ways of experiencing and suffering. That's why it is high chance not to waste this opportunity, not to digress the mind in any worldly thought. But don't make it so thinking the Lord's work. Lord's work is different. My work versus Lord's work. My desire, Lord's desire. My desire will take me wrong way. If it is Lord's desire, I am given, say, you are given that responsibility, and you have to do that with the spirit that it is Lord's work you take. That will not bind it, because you are not doing for your own satisfaction. It is only to please the Lord. So that way, if one progresses, renunciation will be natural. Ramakrishna kept silent for a few minutes, and he says, but one must set fire to one's desires. Desires are many. Then alone can one succeed. You said to the Pandit of the Marwaris from Bada Bazar that you had the desire for bhakti. Is not the desire for bhakti to be counted as desire? Is questioning that. Desire is all desire, but is not the desire for God is also a desire? Ramakrishna says, no, just as the hinche green are not to be counted as greens, hinche restrains the secretion of bile. It is a medicinal effect. One type of spinach is there. That spinach is it can create bile in the secretion of bile, but if it is taken hinche sak, that particular, it is a medicinal effect. So it is, though it is falling into the category of what is called the greens, but it has no negativity in it. And, well, all my joy, all my ecstasy, where are they now? And Ramakrishna is just joking. I am a Brahmagyani, I always stay in my samadhi, but where it is gone now? Perhaps you are now in the state of mind that the Gita describes as beyond the three gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas are performing their own functions, and you yourself are unattached even to the sattvika quality. It is very big, great idea. Aim is just conversing with Sri Ramakrishna. He's saying that you are in a child state of a child, 5 years old boy, or a girl who have no sense of world and worldliness, no attachment, no reaction to the worldly things. As Gita says, that you are in a state beyond the three gunas, trigunatito state. And the body is performing normal action, but you are not the body. So let the body work. Swami Premeshananda Maharaj always is to support this idea. How to detach when you are angry, when you are emotional, all these things, human weaknesses come. Then you have to detach from that. How to detach? Then he says, guna guneshu vartanta. You know, it is the gunas working. Tamas quality is working now. Rajas quality working now. So what is that to me? I am not neither the gunas, I am the separated from the gunas, I am the gunatita, that Satchidananda. So thinking this way, you can separate out from the gunas. Suppose someone is angry with you and you get reacted also. But if it happens, immediately analyze, oh, it is the Rajaguna fighting with the Rajaguna. What is that to me? I am not. Just separate out. Then the intensity will be reduced instantly. We always want that to put the blame on someone, that's very good. I was doing this, but you did that. Then I am happy. That doesn't solve the problem. But when I can put blame on someone, similarly, I am Satchidananda, I am pure. My gunas are troublesome. Let the rascal guna play with the rascal guna. So I'm a good guy. So that is one way of detachment. The practice of renunciation. How to practice renunciation? In another way. A whole day we play in the three roles, either tamas or rajas or sattva. No? Sattva is not the big problem. Problem is tamas and rajas. So when tamas and rajas interplay with, then if we teach our mind, it is tamas playing with the tamas. What that to me? It should not be just to befool people, but to really make spiritual progress, internal attitude. That's why Premishananda Maharaj used to say, when things happen like that, you always blame the gunas. Gunas interacting with the gunas. You are not the gunas, you are gunatita. Ramakrishna said, yes, the Divine Mother has put me into the state of a child. Tell me, won't the body live through this illness? Master, and M became silent. Narendra entered the room. He was going home to settle his family affairs. Since his father's death, Narendra had been in great distress about his mother and brothers. Now and then they had been threatened with starvation. Narendra was the family's only hope. They expected him to earn money and feed them, but Narendra could not appear for his law examinations. He was passing through a state of intense renunciation. He was going to Calcutta that day to make some provisions for the family. A friend had agreed to lend him 100 rupees that would take care of the family for 3 months. So some friend to loan him some money, so Naren is going to meet the friend so that their mom and the brothers can survive for 3 months. Narendra, I am going to home to M. I shall visit Mahimacharan on the way. Will you come with me? M didn't want to go. Looking at M, Sri Ramakrishna asked Narendra, why? Narendra says, I am going that way, so I shall stop at Mahima's place and have a chat with him. Sri Ramakrishna looked at Narendra intently. Narendra, a friend who comes here said that he would lend me 100 rupees. That will take care of the family for 3 months. I am going home to make that arrangement. Sri Ramakrishna remained silent and looked at M to Narendra. No, you go ahead, I shall go later. So that is the end of this day's reading. So, what we learned today's reading is that he's talked about the renunciation and talked about the internal renunciation. External renunciation is expectation-free life. That is the renunciation which makes meaningful. How we can reduce our expectation from anything, and that as much renunciation will be grown inside, that much expectation will be lessened. But there are also, of course, a question of in what position of your life you are. You have some duty and responsibility. Then you cannot just take it that way. You will have to react and say. But reacting and saying, not for your purpose, but for God. So that should be a practical solution of detaching ourselves. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. So tomorrow is Thursday. Who is speaking you? Achha. Oh, Swami Mahajogananda will be speaking, talking on Karma Yoga. So now the question, few questions are here, so let me read that. I know nothing, no Vedas, no sutras, no songs, but only and only love to do japa. Can I realize God, Thakur Ma, only through japa? Yes, as you are very sincere, you really can do japa. Holy Mother said, yes, japat siddhi. It does not need anyone's suggestion. You are correct. It can be, one can really attain the highest by only doing japa. There is a university. What is the name of the university? In Ram Janambhum somewhere.
What university? It's a bank.
Bank, right. There is a bank. What is the investment? Zero. You don't have to have given any money. But your investment will grow. And really surprised, I was interested to read, what is that bank, no money, but you will get the interest and you will be a rich person. And then I read in, and they say, yes, this bank is that you do japa. Say 100,000 you do, then your interest will grow on 100,000. Your japa, result of japa, your more peace will come. You do 100,000, you do 100,000. You do 1 million. So, as much as you do, so much your glory, your purity of the heart will come. So that is your investment. And people all over the globe are becoming a part of that bank. Japa bank. So I think this is a good idea. Yes, japa is good. Yes, mind, japa, and then japa will ultimately, when it is deepened, automatically it will purify the heart. And then that is why in Sri Chaitanya, in his prayer we read every day in the morning, chant the name of the Lord and His glories unceasingly, so that the mirror of the heart may be wiped clean. So unceasingly to do japa. Every moment one can do japa, the liberation will come. Because mind will be purified and purified and purified. But our Patanjali says that if you can think of the meaning also and do japa, it will be speedy. Speedy, because you know when you are repeating the mantra and think of the infinite expanse of that ideas of the mantra, then simultaneously it will be helping the mantra to expand into the depth. So, mantra with the understanding of its meaning is more helpful, but if it is not, mantra itself is enough. Holy Mother said, that's our authority. Another question, if you are reincarnated as a deer, how do you earn your way back to a human? How can an animal affect their karma if they only act on an instinct? Yeah, that's why it is said, in animal bodies, you don't incur any karma. You only enjoy the result of your bad karma or good karma. Good karma, then if you are a good karma, you will be in a millionaire's house, a dog in a millionaire's house, or a billionaire's house dog. How much care, how much attention, 10 attendants will be there to take care of it. And if you are a bad karma, a street dog in Calcutta, no one looks after them, and there's this dirty and this and that, and they're always fighting hard to get. In the morning when I used to go to Kalighat in near our hospital center in Sarat Bose Road, what is called our Seva Pratishthan. So in the morning we thought that I'll go to Kali Mandir. My God, you go 10 steps, one jurisdiction of one zone comes for one dog group. They how, they run after you, and you have to run away out of fear, or you have to have a stick. Anyhow, you escape them, you go to the next block, another group of dogs, that is their zone. So, and their work, they have taken the self-assigned duty to whoever walking in the street to go, and run after them. So I gave up, ultimately going to the Kali temple in the morning alone. Maybe other friends you can go. So, the sangaskara, that's why it is said that when a person is having, after human birth, they have some bad karma, they experience certain karma result, its instinct follows them, and they go to that. When that is come, they come back to the point where he started. I give the example, you are traveling to San Diego, and you go to the Irvine Spectrum, and there is so much light and so much fun and so many movies, so many restaurants are there. You feel attracted, you go there and spend some time. Then how will you go back? Again come to the same exit. In between that time goes away. That's the delay. So that's the karma. So I think you are correct that that a time only spent, but we come back to the human birth again and start where we have ended. That is the idea here. Now, why did Shankara and Vivekananda keep such strong ties with their mothers even after becoming a monk? Will it not set bad examples for other monks? Yeah, but also see, Vivekananda is a world teacher. He does not come only for the monks. He wants to see that I am established in Samadhi, but still see my devotion to my mother. If you cannot love your mother, if you cannot take that divine mother's grace through the mother, then your spirituality is futile. You don't understand spirituality. So Shankara and Vivekananda kept, because the ideal of renunciation is the highest. But at the same time, so long you are in the human level, you are eating, sleeping, dying, that time you should be behaving as a human. So human and divine work, two sides of the spirituality work in them, human aspect and spiritual aspect. So they are world teachers, so it will not be set bad example, rather it will teach us that we should respect our mother, our parents, who are dedicated, particularly mother. There is unparalleled love. But there may be bad mothers, I hear, but we have no concept in India. At least I don't have any concept of mother in that life. But mother is the spark of the divine mother. So we should have, and so long you are in the body, so you should do that, show some respect. But you are not giving up your principle. Vivekananda didn't give up his spiritual life. He didn't give up the life of monk because of mother. But parallelly you are behaving with other people as your mother, brother, sister. Why not to your own mother? But it should not be bad example for weak people who want to make justification of their weak things. Being a monk, they will suggest, oh, Ramakrishna kept his mom very close. Vivekananda was thinking of mama. So why not my mom, my brother, my sister, so another family? So that is wrong. That should not be. Monastic idea is too high for us. But their world teachers, they teach for the whole world. Their detachment, their attachment. That is the uniqueness of Swami Vivekananda. The deep attachment, the deep detachment.
But I think they did it just as a duty. here, and for Adi Shankara also, because they had to do the last rite only.
Hmm.
He did. And in 1899, when Swamiji was coming here, that day itself, Holy Mother arranged the lunch for Boshpara, so they all went. And then after that, having the lunch and like that, Holy Mother asked Swamiji that, are you not going to see your mother? He said that I have only one mother. And he didn't see his mother. He had lunch with Holy Mother and left.
Yeah. No, they are really, if we read meticulously their life, they are not attached like that. They are us. So their detachment is so intense, and only as a duty, as you said, that because if they are in financial crisis, they are not having square meal, no. So as a son, they take that care. Another question, how to develop internal renunciation as a householder? How to actually believe all belongs to God, or this is God's work, I can tell myself, but it does not feel true. That is true, but we will have to practice. We know internally I am not totally dedicated to God, but this is a practice. Mind will go and we'll have to develop that internal attitude. I am doing my duty, I have no expectation from anyone, I am serving my mom, I am serving my dad, my family, but I actually have no return expectation. So in detachment starts in that way. One can renounce and renounce and renounce. So it is a long process to go, and loving God, how will his whole Bhakti Yoga talks about how to love God, no? And whole life's all action to be given to God, and gradually then that love will intensify. So just to do whatever we are doing, only to keep some spiritual attitude, and expectation, less expectation is more peace. Less expectation is more peace. More expectation is less peace. Okay? So thank you all for joining, and for tomorrow, Swami Mahayogananda, please attend the Karma Yoga class. Boom, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.